Please bow your heads for prayer and stand, please. Dear God, thank you for this amazing day to celebrate our graduating. Please help us to honor you throughout our time in high school and to be ready for it as well. Thank you for our class's amazing potential. Amen. You may be seated. Now, please welcome our class secretary, Daniela Self.
Hello, I am Daniela Self, and I am the 8th grade class secretary. I'm grateful to be welcoming you to the 2024 graduation. Today, I would like to welcome all that have traveled long and short distances to see their family member or loved one graduate from Coble, and thank you for coming. Now I'd like to introduce the praise team.
It's running after me. the goodness of God.
I stand before you all today as this year's class president, and I am filled with pride, joy, relief, and so many amazing memories from the past 8 years of my experience at Coble. All of our personal accomplishments are not solely a testament to our individual brilliance, but rather the continuous encouragement and support from our families, friends, teachers, and each other. Without your support, we wouldn't have been able to make it here today. As we move on to the next phases of our lives and of our academic journeys, we must always remember to stay connected to God. He is the only one who can help us continue on the right path through life. As we go to different schools, and maybe even different states, that is a thing that should always be on our minds. We also must remember to believe in ourselves. Theodore Roosevelt said, "Believe you can, and you're already halfway there." Let's all remember this as we move forward, because it's our responsibility to bring about a positive change and not only make ourselves proud, but also our parents, friends, teachers, and God. So, my fellow graduates, always believe in yourselves, and let's conquer every oncoming challenge effectively with God. Before I end, we have a few small gifts to show appreciation and give a huge thank you to some important people that have helped us along our journey. When I say your name, please stand so that one of our 8th graders can bring you your gift. Starting off with our sports coaches. For girls basketball, we have Coach Tim Nevis. For boys basketball, we have coaches Eric Bailey, Michael Zeiss, and Mark Wiegand. For soccer, we have coaches Joe Shulman, Mark Wiegand, and Michael Tomaszewski. Lastly, for volleyball, we have coaches Crystal Hathaway, Luis Biazotto, Astrid Lizardo, and Rebecca Helbley. You guys have all done so much for us this school year. You have taught us more about the sports we've participated in, while also teaching us how to win and lose with a good attitude. Thank you. Moving on, we want to thank Mrs. Dorothy Self and Miss Valerie Smith. These two ladies were our classroom moms this year. You both have helped us plan our parties and vespers and get-togethers, and you have just done so much for us this school year, and we want to thank both of you. We also want to thank Miss Amy Gomez. Miss Gomez, you have done so much for us. You have always given us super fun classes, and you have been such an entertaining and fun teacher. You are so educational, and you help us learn so much about Spanish, even when some of us struggle more than others. We also want to thank Miss Miller. You have done so much for us, taking pictures for our sports and for our yearbook, and we just want to thank you. You are such a special person, and without you, we wouldn't have been able to complete our 8th grade school year. We also want to thank Ms. Helbley, our principal. Not only have you been a good principal, but you have led us spiritually closer to Christ. You have helped our 8th grade class with so much, and we know you will continue to help people. Last, but definitely not least, we want to thank Ms. Lizardo. Ms. Lizzie, you have been such a good example and teacher to us this year. We've had so many laughs, fun games, activities, and experiences. You're such a bubbly and fun person and are such a good role model for all of us here. As we move on to high school, I'm sure we will all remember you and miss you. So thank you, Ms. Lizardo.
The 8th grade class is delighted to be graduating from John L. Coble Elementary. To celebrate this momentous occasion, we will be donating a plaque with all of the names of the 8th grade class, along with $400 to the school. Now, we will be presenting the parent tributes.
Thank you, Mom and Dad, for being there for me and helping me grow into a young man. To my sisters, Tori and Allie, thank you for helping me when my parents couldn't and for showing me fun things to do and making me feel better when I'm sad.
To my mom and dad, thank you for taking care of me when I'm sick and healthy. Thank you for bringing me to school and every other place. And I thank my sisters for hanging out with me whenever I'm bored. And to my grandparents, uncles, and aunts, thank you for spoiling me and cooking me good food whenever you visit. And thanks to all of you guys for raising me in the path towards Jesus.
I'd like to give thanks to my mom and grandparents for always encouraging me to keep on going and always do my best. I'd also like to give thanks to my best friend Alexa for always helping me when I need help. And I'd just like to say thanks to everyone, friends, family, and teachers who helped me through my many years I spent at Coble.
I'm thankful for my mom, dad, and brother being with me throughout this year in good and bad times. They've helped me grow into the person I am today, and I'm very grateful for all the support they have shown me this year, and I wouldn't be where I am now without them.
Mom, Dad, Vanya, and Uncle, I am immensely grateful for everything you have done for me. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for your sacrifices, advice, support, and for raising me to love and know God. Above all, I want to give thanks to God for His mercy, love, and my existence. Thank you for everything. I love you all.
I'd like to thank my grandparents for always being there for me and supporting me through everything. I want to thank my brothers and sisters for always making me smile and listening to me when I'm feeling down. A special thank you to Audrey and Tiffany for being there when I needed a shoulder to lean on. And I would also like to thank my outside family members for coming to see me graduate.
Thank you, Mom, for caring for me and being very loving. Thank you, Dad, for providing for me. Thank you, Grandpa, for always making me smile. I can't think of anything nice to say about my sisters, but I'll still say thank you.
Dear Mom and Dad, thank you for loving me unconditionally. Thank you, Mom, for telling your stories. And thank you, Dad, for being open-minded to my ideas. Thank you, Leah, for always looking out for me and our siblings. Thank you, Chase, for introducing me to the wonderful world of board games. Thank you, Samuel, for communicating with me through weird noises. And thank you, Ellie, for being my sister. Thank you, Riley and Tiffany, for hearing my rants and always being there for me.
Gracias, Mami y Papi, por guardarme por los caminos correctos y ayudarme con los trabajos de escuela. También les doy gracias por estar en mis momentos más altos y bajos. Gracias, Matías, por estar ahí conmigo y jugar tenis conmigo.
To my parents, my sisters, and family, thank you guys for being there when I needed help. With homework and I'd sell. You guys were always there for me even when I was happy, sad, and mad. Even to my sisters that were slightly annoying at times, thank you for helping me through the school year. Thank you for everything you've done. The end.
First, I would like to say thank you to my amazing parents for loving and caring for me. I'm so grateful for the love, support, and guidance you give me. I'm truly blessed to have you all in my life. Thank you to my amazing brother. Thank you to my grandma who came all the way from California. Last but not least, thank you to all of my amazing friends, teachers, and mentors who came here to support me on my graduation.
I want to thank my mom and dad for always showing me love even after I make so many mistakes. Thank you to my sisters for teaching me how to be patient and reasonable, and to my whole family. You all have shown me so much love, and I couldn't imagine my world without you.
Thank you to my parents for raising me in a loving home and never giving up on me. Even though our family isn't perfect, God definitely knew what He was doing when He made you my parents. Thank you to my annoying brother, because thanks to you, I have so much patience. I would also like to thank everyone who has joined us on this day, family and friends.
I would like to express my gratitude and appreciation to my parents for taking care of me and guiding me towards a good path in life. Additionally, I would like to thank my uncles Rene and Bai, who are very close to my family and always hang out with us. I would also like to thank my Aunt Chadi for giving me great haircuts, and my Aunt Mirari, who I look up to, and my cousin Ava, who has been there for me and is like a second sister. Lastly, quiero darles gracias a toda mi familia que llegó a mi graduación hoy. Los amo mucho a todos.
First, I would like to thank my mom and my dad for paying for me to have an Adventist education and for teaching me about God and His love from the beginning of my life. Next, I would like to thank my sister for always being there for me and helping me with my homework and my journey with Christ. I would like to thank my brother for being a really fun playmate and friend. I would also like to thank my grandparents, even though many of them are not with me anymore. They have impacted my journey with Jesus very strongly, and I want to thank them for it. I would like to thank my aunts, uncles, cousins, teachers, and friends, especially the Self and Yamamoto families, for giving me strong relationships and for teaching me about God's love. I would like to thank everyone in the Buford Family Church, Georgia Cumberland Academy Church, and Calhoun SDA Church for encouraging me to grow closer to Christ. Thank you to everyone I have met along my journey through life for helping me to be a better person and try hard at everything I do. Thank you.
I want to thank my mom and dad for everything they have sacrificed for me. I would also like to thank my brother for hanging out with me when I'm bored. Thank you cousins, aunts, uncles, and grandparents for taking care of me while my parents were busy. Thank you friends that have brought me close to God. Also, thank you to the rest of the Rabanales families for being like second families to me. Most importantly, I would like to thank God for letting me be here and have a blessed life.
I appreciate my family for all their support throughout my life. Mom, you're so willing to help and are always guiding me through the problems that I could never get through alone. Dad, you have great advice and always make me laugh when I feel like crying. Emma, you are always there when I need you, and you are the one who most wants to smack me when I'm annoying. Thank you.
Mom and Dad, I want to thank you for teaching me and always loving me and caring for me. To all my grandparents, thank you for spoiling me when my parents were not looking. Luis, Luke, and Julia, thank you for being annoying and loving and funny. Thank you, Robert, for always playing soccer with me. And finally, thank you, Miss Jackie, for always feeding me whenever I came to your house and being like a second mom to me.
Thank you to my mom and dad for raising me to be the person I am now and for always teaching me to love God. I also want to thank both of my siblings, Hudson and Aubrey, for being my favorite playmates. We've had so many great memories together. And last but not least, I want to thank both of my grandparents for always loving me, supporting me, and going out of your way to make it to important events in my life. I'm lucky to have all of you in my life.
First, I would like to thank my loving dad for assisting me through school all my life and taking care of me. I am so grateful to have you as my father. I would also like to thank my older sister for being there when I needed to talk to someone anytime and any place. Thank you to my amazing brother. I'm so happy to have you in my life. And thanks to all my friends out in the audience. They have all helped me through the school year so much.
I want to thank my mother, father, Nana, and Papa for raising me in a loving Christian environment. I also want to give thanks to my siblings, friends, and teachers who have supported me along the way. Finally, I want to give thanks to my Heavenly Father for everything. Thank you for all the special moments we shared together.
Hey, it works. That's pretty cool. Thank you all for being here, and thank you guys for being here. You made it so far, right? No, all right. So, you guys are very quiet. I'm really nervous. This is a lot of people. And I'm still curious who I'm mad at, who asked me to do this, because I don't know who did it. Because she asked me. It was you? Really? All right. So, I was trying to think about what to talk to you guys about today. So none of you have asked me for any advice about high school. So I decided that would be the topic. I worked at a high school for 10 years. So I know a little bit about it, just a little. I was a boys dean for 10 years at Rio Lindo Academy. So I want to give you guys a heads up about what you're going into. That's what we're going to talk about tonight. And I got to find a green button. Is that? Oh, wait. There we go. Why you need to listen. You guys can't see the pictures, can you? Oh, good. All right. Wonderful. I should pay better attention. So, what's the point of this? I want to give you guys some advice that might help you, might not. You don't need to listen to any of it. You didn't ask for it. And it's completely up to you. You get to make your own choices about these things. So let's hear what we have going on. So I learned one of your mottos is nobody cares. And I think Ms. Lizardo is going to explain that a little bit later. But I was thinking about who does care? Those people you just gave flowers to, those people are probably the people that care the most about you. They're smarter than they look, believe it or not. Keep listening to them. I know it's hard. When you're a teenager and you know everything, I was there once, sometimes they're hard to listen to, but they have good advice. In about 7 or 8 years, I guarantee you'll recognize it. And some of you recognize it now. Keep listening to your parents. They love you so much. They're the reason you're here. Next advice. Relationships when you're in high school. Romance. Oh man, I got in trouble with my wife when she read my script for this. Because I was gonna just give advice to girls, and then my wife reminded me that I have boys. I was gonna say boys are stupid and stay away from them in high school. But they're not stupid. We're just all immature at this point in our lives. Like, that's all it is. We're just immature. We're not ready to have a serious relationship. Have fun. Like, I look at you guys and I see so many of you have really good friends you're sitting next to or nearby. And like hang out with friends, use high school for that. Go on a couple dates when you get old, like, I don't know, junior, senior year, I don't know, whatever your parents tell them. But hold off on the romance. It just leads to some heartbreak and messiness. Man, listen to your folks. If they say, oh, don't hang out with that girl, don't hang out with that boy, maybe you should listen, maybe. But, sorry guys. All right. Have fun. Have a big group of friends. Have a blast. Have a couple close friends. The friends you're friends with now are probably going to be lifelong friends. And that's amazing. And that'll continue to happen as you get more friends in high school too. So don't waste time on romance. Make good friends. Hey, there we go. Time management. Has anybody here never turned in something late? Can you raise your hand? Really? So my advice here, when I was a boys dean, I would always have and I was just a boys dean, so I don't really know what the girls did, but I'd always have a couple, especially freshman boys, which you guys are about to be. They would look at their assignment sheet and usually wait till about 10 minutes before class and try to start their homework, or after class when their teacher told them it was late. So you'll have a lot more time for fun and play if you just do your work really fast right away. Organization, that's another priceless thing that you guys can do. Get a planner. High school is gonna be way more crazier than Coble. There's gonna be a lot more homework, a lot more stuff to do, and a lot more stuff to get behind on. Don't get behind, because it takes away fun, gets you out of sports, all that stuff. You don't want that. Do your work on time. Let's see. Oh, this one's my favorite. Hang on. There we go. Personal hygiene. So right now, you guys are all at home. You guys aren't boarding students like I had at the dormitory. This did not seem to be as much of a problem with the girls, but I'm sure there were some girls that had to be talked to as well. But one of my jobs as a boys dean was going to these boys who I would see them walk into the shower room, and I would see them walk out, but they'd be completely dry and still smell bad. And so I'm like, no, showers require water and soap. And then, I don't think it worked. They would come out, and then they would douse themselves with Axe body spray or cologne. And I'm like, no, this just adds to the smells. Don't do that. You don't, bundling smells is never a good idea. All right? So, when you're in sports, you might even have to take a shower more than once a day. Like boys, girls, everybody. Showers, deodorant. Deodorant goes under the arms. Very important. That's what we're gonna do. In addition to personal body cleaning, your clothing, that can start to smell bad too. I think I had some boys that waited till every home leave to bring their clothes home. If they even brought it home. Eventually I did some laundry, like sheets and clothes. Wash them too, especially if you guys, anybody gonna stay in the dorm? Anybody in the dorm this year? Not yet, all right. That's okay. So you still have mom and dad at home to help you out with these things. If your kids start to smell bad, just throw them in the tell them to jump in the shower. All right. Ooh, this one's gonna get me in trouble with these guys. Grades. I have some news. This is my personal opinion, so I apologize. Grades are not the most important thing. And not everyone is gonna agree. Grades are pretty important. They're one of the things on the list, but they're not the most important. So I said do your work on time, but you also have to have fun. You have to make friends, you have to have time with friends. A perfect straight A's, that's great. If it's easy for you and you can do it, good. But your character is more important. Friends can be more important. There's life skills that aren't in school that are also important too. So don't forget in that all-consuming pursuit of perfect grades, there's other things to life. Sorry, guys. The biggest thing I think that could help you in high school, mentors and adult friends. Become friends with your teachers. Find an adult you like, that's fun to hang out with, that you admire, that has good skills, good character, someone you want to be like when you grow up. Choose wisely, because the influence people have on you is powerful. The person you spend time with is who you become more like. Pick someone you trust. Sometimes it's good to have somebody other than your parents to talk to. That hurts a little bit, I know. But an adult you can trust, an adult that will help you. Try to find someone. Parents, this part's for you. I think, is it all right? Support, help, and encourage. I know you've done that. But don't overdo it. Let them be. Let them grow. Let them fail. It's hard. We want strong, independent kids with good heads on their shoulders. We're gonna see how well you guys did. They're gonna be at high school and they've gotta make their own choices. What are they gonna do? When I screw up, love them. Pick up the pieces. I knew I was gonna cry. Be a godly example. Sorry, guys. I told you. Let's wrap it up. Let's just go over that real quick. Parents, they're better than you think. Listen to them. Romance, get it out of here. Get your work done. Be known as someone who is reliable, someone who is on time. Be clean. Smell good. Meh. Perfect grades. Don't need them. It's all right. Do your best, though. It's kind of hard. I don't know. Find the right balance is really what that's about. Number 6, grown-ups, we aren't so bad usually. Find a friend that's a grown-up that you trust. Find a mentor. Mom, Dad, let them live a little. See if you did a halfway good job. And then all this beautiful artwork is something I was having fun with AI. And so I tried to do this beautiful landscape at the end that said, life's most important lessons are achieved by failure, not success. The things we learn the most deep lesson from is messing up. That's where we grow. And then trying to make this AI art, I guess it's really hard to read from there, but I put a quote, that same quote, into the AI thing, and every time it messed up the quote, and I don't understand why. So my last lesson is, with all these things like ChatGPT and AI, it doesn't work 100%. Do your own work, be strong in yourself. So go fail and succeed. You only fail if you give up after you fail. Do it again. Try again. It's all right. Keep God first. Thanks, guys.
All right. I have to read it because I don't want to cry like Mr. Myers.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
But everything that I wrote, they already know. I told them this when I came back the next day. I told them, guys, you won't believe how I wrote what I'm going to say at graduation. I was in the bathroom, whatever, and I got inspired, and I was just sobbing. I was brushing my teeth, and I was like writing this down into my notes. So it is from the heart. I just hope I don't cry now like I did then. Got it? Don't look at me. Make funny faces if you do. Got it? Cool. All right. So, what a privilege it is to stand here before you and get to talk to you as you're ending one adventure and embarking on a new one. Can we get a round of applause for them? Yeah. As I stand here before you, I see a class full of leaders. How many of you believe that? I know you don't. I've talked to you guys. Some of you are like, yeah, I'm a leader. Some of you are like, nah, no one looks at me. No one follows me. But all of you are leaders. I see kind leaders, influential leaders, quiet leaders, teacher leaders, and spiritual leaders. And I know, again, some of you don't see it, but I see it, and I've seen it every single day of this year. You guys have grown and learned and changed so much throughout the course of this year, and I couldn't be more proud of the young men and women you are becoming. So as you step into this next step of your life, I want to leave you with the two mottos that we started with. Can somebody tell me the first one? Raise your hand. Riley. Stay salty, stay lit. How many of you have heard that throughout the year? Yeah, stay salty, stay lit. And our second one would be, Landon, say it louder. No one cares. Okay, so we're going to start off with our first one, stay salty, stay lit. That one comes from Matthew 5:13 through 16, and that was our first memory verse. How many of you can say you remember all that from way back when? Shame, shame, I know your name. Yeah. We're going to review. You are the salt of the earth. But what good is salt if it has lost its flavor? Can you make it salty once again? It will be thrown out and trampled underfoot as worthless. All right, you sound bored. I need you to be louder. You are the light of the world. You are the light of the world. Like a city on a hilltop. Like a city on a hilltop. That cannot be hidden. That cannot be hidden. No one lights a lamp. And then puts it under a basket. Instead, a lamp is placed on a stand where it gives light to everyone in the house. In the same way, let your good deeds shine for all to see. So that everyone will praise your heavenly Father. And I'm not crying here because of the verse. I'm crying because I see all of you, and I've seen all of the great things that you've done this year, and how you've grown, and how you shared God's love, not only to me, to all of your other teachers, to your friends in your class, and also to all the people in your school. And I hope that you take this verse and you walk with it as you go into this next step. Be the light, be the salt, right? Yeah. Okay. And lastly, we're going to go to no one cares. Okay. How many of you hear this and you're like, that sounds kind of rude. No one cares. Like, who would want that to be a class motto? So I want to dare you to be in a classroom full of 21 teenagers watching a movie like High School Musical and not say something like no one cares. Because do you guys talk during those movies? Every time we're watching something, they're like, ew, that was yucky. So no one cares became our motto, first because of that, right? And second, it became our motto because of this. It's hard to live a salty and lit life when you're worried about fitting in, right? Looking cool and impressing everyone around us. So I want to challenge you today, like I challenged you in the beginning of the year, to live your life for an audience of one. Who is that? God. No one cares, but he sure does. He sees you and he loves every weird and quirky bit of you. He created you on purpose for a purpose, so I want you to live like it. God didn't make a mistake when he made you, even though sometimes it might feel like that. So yeah, remember that no one cares and live like it. Anyway, I'm going to leave you with this. I love you all so, so much. And it has been such a privilege to be your teacher and to watch you grow and to see how you share your love for Jesus with everyone around you. I'm so proud of you guys. Yay!
Congratulations, graduates. I'm so proud of all of you. Good evening. I'm Dorothy Self, the nurse at GCA, but I'm also a mother of one of the graduates. I'm also a tia to some of them, and I'm remom to all of them. I'm honored as a GCA representative to present the GCA scholarships in the following 4 categories. First is the 7th grade SDA school attendance scholarship. This scholarship is for those who attended SDA school in the 7th and 8th grade. Second is the academic performance. This is for those who have earned A's and B's on their report cards. Third is the standardized testing performance. These are given to those who have earned a cumulative score of 90% and above in MAP testing. And lastly is the leadership scholarship. And this is for students that were nominated by the principal and the 8th grade teacher. I'll start with the 7th grade SDA school scholarship. I will be calling names in groups of 3. Graduates, when I call your name, please come up and receive your award. Isaac Abel. Jacob Aguirre. Anaya Baker. Robert Favela. Robert. Riley Green. Jonathan Headley. Audrey Huffstetler. Santiago Velasco. Isaac Marcias. Giselle Marlowe. Alexander Mendoza. Perla Roque. Orlando Roque. Elena Rustad. Daniela Self. Alexa Schmidt. Landon Villaroo. Jocelyn Smith. And Xander Zeiss. Next, I'll be awarding the academic performance scholarships to Robert Favela. Elena Rustad. Landon Villaroo. Giselle Marlowe. Alexa Schmidt. Daniela Self. Jacob Aguirre. Jonathan Headley. Santiago Velasco. And Xander Zeiss. Next, I'll be awarding. Sorry. Jocelyn Smith. Sorry, Jocelyn. And Alexander Mendoza. Next, I'll be awarding the Testing Performance Scholarship. Robert Vela. Jonathan Headley. Elena Rustad. Alexa Schmidt. Jocelyn Smith. And Landon Villaro. I'll now be presenting the Leadership Award. Giselle Marlowe. Alexander Mendoza. And Elena Rustad. Again, congratulations, graduates. Please remember, we'll be praying for you, the Lord's guidance as you make decisions about high school and beyond. Thank you.
I think I nearly danced into your room a few weeks ago and I told you I'm so proud of you, but I'm not going to tell you why. And I waited for several weeks to share some of the news of why I'm so proud of you. So I would like to show you how much your children have grown in the past 4 years. One of the things I want you to realize is this poor class, right? In the middle of COVID, they went through 4th grade, and that can have a dramatic impact on their scores. And so I want you to look at, and this is their writing assessment. They took this writing assessment in 6th grade, and I'm so sorry it's so small, but on the left-hand side, you'll see all that that blue that was developing. And the levels for this assessment were developing, and then meeting, and then proficient and exceeding, and we had a lot of developing. And then we sat and thought as a team, what do we need to do to address the issues? And for the next 4 years, you can thank Mrs. Reese and Mrs. Miller and Mrs. Herr and Miss Lizardo for working so hard on that writing assignment. I want to share with you that 93% of you as the class have met the writing standards compared to everybody else across the country, and 7% of you exceed. There are no developing. There are no developing in this class. That's an amazing accomplishment, and I want to say, wow. So when you think about the misery of writing research papers and argumentative essays, it paid off, because I know when you cross that street, you are ready for those next teachers. All right, I want to give you more good news. Let me share more about their math scores. And this time, I'm comparing it from 2020. Fall of 2020, we had that huge orange piece. And this is of your MAPS scores, so all those tests I kept coming in and preaching to you about. And we had 29% that weren't just low, they were between the 0 and 20th percentile low. And I'm telling you, it was so scary. In fact, I went to the school board and I said, as a school board, could we put more time in math? We're in desperate need of intervention. Can we do that, please? And we did. We also added did some different curriculum materials. This class has done not just IXL, which I know you despise, but you also did Dreambox, if you remember that. And we bought more math materials. The board provided money for more math materials. And we added in more than just one math curriculum. We drew from a lot of different math curriculums. And you really have to thank Mrs. Herr and Ms. Lizardo, because tonight, 38% of this class is above the 88th percentile. 38% of this class is above the 90th percentile. Not just that. There is no one in that very lowest orange space anymore. And I just want to thank you. So you as a parent, if you sat at home and did homework with your child, it has paid off. I promise you, they are ready to cross into Mr. Herr's Algebra 1 classroom, every single one of them. And I'm incredibly grateful for your support as we've made it through that process. There was a lot of prayer over your academics 8th grade class, and I'm so excited, so excited. I have one more good slide that I want to share with you. So if we'll go ahead and turn to the next one. You can see there's another orange space, and I can't, that orange space was well below benchmark, 13% in 6th grade. And we were really concerned about reading performance and reading comprehension. And a lot of you have told me, oh, Mrs. Helbley, I hate accelerated reader. It is the bane of our home. But I want to share with you tonight that not only are your children doing well, above percentile, 43% are above, and 52% are above the 80th percentile in language arts and reading. What you didn't know was you always had it in you. 4 years ago, we didn't just take MAPS, we took cognitive assessments. And when we did cognitive assessments as a faculty, we realized that you are cognitively able to reach those highest levels. And so we've held you accountable to that. And not only did you reach, you exceeded what we set as our goals. And so I want to thank you as students for doing your part, because you have given God the glory for making up, for overcoming the obstacle of COVID and heading into high school, not just at level, but above level. And I want to praise the Lord for bringing us together as a community, because as we came together as a community, they are able to give him more glory in their performance. And so thank you to students and parents and teachers for making this possible. Now I'm ready for you to graduate and cross the street. Are you ready? Tonight, helping me present degrees is Mr. Michael Zeiss. He is the vice chair of our school board. And so we will begin, if Ms. Lizardo can come up. All right, our first person tonight is Isaac Jeffrey Abel. Jacob Everett Aguirre. Anaya Danielle Baker. Tanner Nicholas Dortch. Robert Liam Favela. Riley Marie Green. Jonathan.
Fixing it.
Okay. Jonathan Headley. Audrey Grace Huffstetler. Isaac Levi Marcius. Giselle Eva Marlowe. Alexander James Mendoza. Perla Vasquez Roque. Orlando Roque. Elena Gwen Rustad. Daniela Monet Self. Alexa Jordan Schmidt. Jocelyn Rose Smith. Santiago Velasco. Daniel Landon Villarruel. Bella Olivia Welch. Alexander Dylan Zeiss.
Please stand up for prayer. Dear Father in heaven, first I would like to thank you for keeping all of the 8th grade students safe throughout the year. Thank you for giving Miss Lizzie patience every single day to deal with us too. And thank you for all the fun memories that we made at Coble, and thank you for all the people that make Coble very fun and very educational. Please help guide the rest of our lives before we get to heaven, and please take care of everyone as they make their way home. In the name of Jesus, amen.